hard mode Vorkath got updated, which means I kind of ruined my 200 caskets that I was stacking up, but luckily I was able to get at least 142 before the update. And then at the bottom of the screen, I did actually get a Vorkath weapon override token. I tried selling it in the Grand Exchange for 10k and it did not sell, so I will pretty much be keeping it. I do not like to put items for 1 GP because that is actually how I do make money. Right here, I got my first scale drop. Well, it was a spike and then a back-to-back, in which case these spikes are extremely good GP as the street value is 8 mil, although the Grand Exchange does say it's 4 mil. So do keep an eye on that. And there we go. I got another one. So the true current reward value will actually be more because those scales are pretty much double the price. And then like I did say earlier, I was saving 200 of these caskets before making the loot video. But thanks to Monday's update, it kind of messed me up, in which case now I have to make this early. And luckily, I did not get the pet. So after the improved rates, I again have to go back to Vorkath, and this time I'll only collect 100 caskets, in which case that should get me the pet. And then hopefully they don't rework this, because then I would have to do another loot video. Although for people that aren't aware of, loot videos is usually how I make my GP to buy some upgrades, which you will usually see at the end of all my loot videos. Although if I only make like 20-30 mil, I can't really buy any good upgrades. Now from this loot video, I made a ton of money just because those scales, those spikes, are fairly common. Although the drop rate is about 1 out of 50, I believe, in which case it's pretty good. And then the sheer amount of raw GP is actually pretty good, that I almost got about 22 mil GP at the end of opening all the caskets. And then these congealed blood, they are very, very expensive because they are used to make the extreme necromancy potion. And then you do get some junk like cannonballs, the Bainite stone sprites, those blue dragon scale dust, and of course some seeds. Although the bloodwood seeds, now those are very expensive at about 80k each. So luckily those do sell, and the others there's probably like torsos, lantidines, which in case is only like 1k. Although I won't be dropping that, I'll just put it in my seed box. And then right here, look at that. It filled up all the inventory slots for the rewards, which was pretty nice. Although I'm not sure if it's like good RNG or not. And then right there, a full one with 8 spikes. And don't worry, at the end of the hour, I will be counting all of the spikes, sending it to the Grand Exchange, and you'll be able to see what upgrades I did buy. From the looks of it, I will say that these undead dragon leather are pretty good. Although I might be making them into armor to sell, although I'm not sure if it's more expensive to sell it just as leather, if you tan it, or if you combine them into pieces. That I'll have to find out at a later date. And I'm coming up near the end of the 141 caskets. And again, this did probably take me about 2-3 weeks worth of time, because it is quite hard to find people willing to do this. Although after the update, I expect more people to do it because a new item was added to the collection log. And now, the moment you have been all waiting for, the loot from opening all 142 caskets. Although keep in mind the total value will be a little bit false, as those scales do say they're 4.2 mil. However, in the Grand Exchange they are 8.3 mil, so pretty much double the price. And look at that, almost 19,000 cannonballs, 2 draconic visages, and then 97 scales. Although keep in mind that to make the full Dracolift armor set, you will need 97 spikes, in which case I was 2 off. And at the very bottom of the screen, I got 21 mil raw GP. Although the Dragonic Visagers and the Salvage, I will be high alking as you do get a little bit extra GP from that. In which case, it should bump this a little bit, but remember, those spike prices are false. So, let's head to the Grand Exchange. Time to sell these bad boys for, look at that, almost 790 mil. But when I did open it and look at it, I indeed got a little bit extra, about 20 mil extra, which is pretty nice. As you will see, I was a little bit low in my cash stack. But now with that, I'll be able to purchase some upgrades, which is going to help massively for the account. For my GE history, I did purchase the Master Spear of Annihilation for 229 mil, the Enchantment of Shadows for 67 mil, which is for the Archer's Ring buff, the Pernix Quiver for 34 mil, and lastly the Sunshine Codex for 196 mil. As for the GP left, I was left with 294 mil, which I will be saving to buy the Fractured Staff of Armado as my next upgrade. With that, thank you all so much for watching and enjoy the rest of the day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below any other video suggestions you would like me to do, and enjoy the rest of your day.